This repair is for an HP OFFICEJET Pro 6968, but apparently the 6970 and the 6978 also share the same component. Anything that was scanned in, whether it was copied or generating a PDF, produced vertical lines down the length of the page. Although I'm showing a black and white image, this also happened with color prints. The important thing to note here is that this only happened when you scanned something in. It didn't happen if you printed it from a computer or another device. What fixed the problem in the end? Something they call the scanner lamp unit. I didn't find a whole lot of information online about this. In fact, there was a whole lot of stuff I found that kind of steered me in the wrong direction. I'm not going to thoroughly go through what I had to disassemble to get to this component. There's another video on YouTube that goes through the disassembly of this printer. I'll post a link in the description, and I'll also throw the title up on the screen so you can search it. I do want to add a little bit of information about the component I purchased off of eBay.
I did want to mention if the flat flex cable that's in the machine is not damaged, I would advise against using the cable that they send along with this. I mean, I don't know what you're going to buy, but if it's the same part I got, they sent along an additional flat flex cable. In my experience, when they fold these around stuff and tape them up, they get creased and damaged and kinked on the edges, especially on a component that moves back and forth like this does. That generally doesn't work out well. It'll fold weird or do something stupid in the printer and get caught. So if you can, be very gentle with the flat flex cable that is in the machine. So one of the things you want to watch out for is these pins here on the cable. If you see like the corners are mashed over, usually means someone plugged it in not squarely into the connector and crushed the edge, or they were off too far, and when they went to plug it in, it didn't make it into the connector and then again got crushed. And then one of the things you can do too, if you see a little bit of that, take your fingers and just kind of gently rub them backwards like that, and if you see any of these little metal pins lift off of this backing material, that's bad. Throw the cable out. You can also take a pair of scissors and just nip off if it's just a little end of it starting to peel off. You can take a real sharp pair of scissors and just nip off the end. Again, you want to make sure there's enough contact area, so when this enters the connector, it's still contacting the conductor. But we'll do a quick close-up of this guy. One of the other ones I found that looked the same as this actually had a little bit, this stuff was a little bit different. There was the plug just plugged into one connector here. This one has one here and then one here. So if you can't find it by part number, we ended up finding ours by the model of our printer being listed on there. But again, I'll show this, see if I can get a screenshot of that.
In this video, I'm not going to thoroughly go over everything I had to disassemble to get to this component. If this video generates enough interest, I might throw together some of the clips I have of disassembling and reassembling the printer. So if you're interested in seeing that, keep an eye out for it. I'll name it the exact same title as this video with the number 2 after it, and I'll also include a link in the description. I do want to note that I don't have very much experience with HP, although I'm quite familiar with a few Epson products.